If you remember the last time we met, I talked about the religious war at the east. I told you some people believe that that place is in an Arabian country. Meanwhile, some people just say east. I talked about how King Lamrod was killed and how his son Abubakar, together with his people, the people that believe so much in the king, came down to Iteuyi. I even told you about how they discovered that they find home at Ifeuyi and they call it Ile-Ife. Ife, our home. And ever since then, they keep calling the place Ile-Ife. I told you how they made him sit down on Oduduwa's throne and the throne accepted him. And he became the king at Ile-Ife. And the naming, his name was Abubakar. So they call him Abu Olufe. Because he was sitting down on Oduduwa's throne, they had Oduduwa to his name. And he became Abu Olufe Oduduwa. And Abu Olufe Oduduwa became the king at Ile-Ife, the second king, the king after Oduduwa has left. So long ago that nobody can even remember his look again. And this Abu Olufe came down and became Abu Olufe Oduduwa. Now, today I'm going to talk about the life of Abu Olufe Oduduwa at Ile-Ife. When Abu Olufe Oduduwa was coming down to Ile-Ife, he had some wives, a lot of wives. But unfortunately, none of them gave birth to a child. None of them gave him a child. Not even a female child or male child. He doesn't have any child. One day, he called Babalawo Agbonliregun and asked him to help him to consult Ifa. Ifa oracle was consulted, and Ifa said Abu Olufe was going to have a child. But there is only one certain woman that can give him that child. Abu Olufe was like, how am I going to recognize this woman? Ifa said, when you see this woman, you will recognize her because you will be attractive to her. And you will feel the attraction between two of you. All the same. Abu Olufe thanked Ifa priest, Agbonliregun. And Agbonliregun went on his way. Abu Olufe Oduduwa loved to roam about the Ile-Ife in order to give thanks to God for giving him such a beautiful land. In this one of this roaming about with his servants, his slaves, and maybe a few of his wives, he saw a very beautiful lady. He has never seen a very beautiful lady like that all of his life. Then he asked one of the servants, who is that lady? Then the servant said, I don't know. He said, go and search. Do research and come and tell me the result. Who that lady is. Who are her parents. And who is she living with? All the same, Abu Olufe went back to his palace. On getting to the palace, the servant came and told Abu Olufe Oduduwa that, Baba, the lady you asked me to do research on, her name is Oshara. She's a witch. One of the most wicked witch at Ile-Ife. Everybody is afraid of her. And she's a young girl. That is why she has never gotten married. Nobody wants to marry a witch. Then Abu Olufe was in love, so much in love that he said, don't worry. The king is an husband to a witch. Oba ni Ọkọ Àjẹ́. And from that time till now, that thing become a common speech. It become a proverb. They will say, Ọba lọkọ àjẹ́. Abu Olufe asked them to go and bring this woman. So this woman was brought to Abu Olufe, and Abu Olufe told the woman that, I want to marry you. What's your name? Just like the servant said, the woman said, my name is Oshara, the witch. Abu Olufe said, don't add the witch. It's the king that is husband of the witch. Ọba ni ọkọ àjẹ́. All the same, Abu Olufe now sent Ifa oracle man Agbonirego. Agbonirego consulted Ifa and told Abu Olufe that this is the only woman that can give birth to a child for you. It's the only woman that can give you a child. Somehow, Abu Olufe married Oshara, and Oshara got pregnant. For the first time, there was joy in the house of the king, and gave birth to a baby boy, and the boy was named Ohobi. Ohobi was growing up. The day Oshara got pregnant, Abu Olufe started building a palace that looked like the kind of palace he had seen at the place where he came from. This palace was so big that the people at Ikeoye had not seen such a big house before. So they call it Aafin. By the time Abu Olufe will give birth to Okanbi, the Aafin is already ready. So Abu Olufe do the housewarming together with the celebration of the child, which is called nowadays child dedication. All the same, people change the name of Abu Olufe Oduduwa to Olofin Oduduwa. That means the owner of Aafin, the owner of palace, ẹni tó ní Ọ̀fin. In Oyo language, it is what we call Aláàfin today. Olofin Oduduwa, the owner of the palace, the one that built a big palace, Oduduwa. And so, many people don't even call him Olufe again. They call him Olofin Oduduwa. And he was ruling. The kid was growing up. Abu was growing up. Okanbi was such an handsome man, and he was so proud of his mommy. Most of the time, he would face people to tell them that I am Okanbi, the son of Oshara the witch. And for that reason, people are even afraid of him. Well, Abu Olufe Oduduwa, that became Olofin Oduduwa, grew old. After he grew old, he died and rested at Ile-Ife. This is where I'm going to stop the story, because that's the end of the story of Abu Olufe Oduduwa. At the beginning of this story, we were telling the story of Oduduwa. Now let's look at it. The first Oduduwa and the second Oduduwa. The first Oduduwa was a divinity, a demigod. Until today, some people are still worshipping him. The second Oduduwa was human and a king. Until today, they believe that he's the father of Yoruba. And they call him Baba Yoruba, father of Yoruba. This second Oduduwa that we're talking about came from far places, somewhere at the east. Meanwhile, the first Oduduwa descended from the sky, from a Koleon, on a chain, and that is why they call him Oduduwa Atemuro. The first Oduduwa can change from a man to woman, from a man to woman. But the second Oduduwa could not change. He remained a man. The first Oduduwa did not die. He ascended back to the sky, Ekole where he came from. The second Oduduwa died at Ile-Ife. The first Oduduwa did not leave anybody. The second Oduduwa left a child named Okabi. And talk about the name Yoruba. People said, some of the people that we did research from said, you remember I told you about a body guide whose name was Yaruba. They said in the memory of that body guide, Olofin Oduduwa started calling his people Yoruba in order to keep the memory of the body guide that laid his life down for him. All the same, maybe that is the meaning of Yoruba, or there's another meaning. The research is still continuing. We give kudos to those that have done research on this history before us, because they really tried. Their own research stand as the backbone for our own research. In this case, we give great respect to them. They really try. Well, we shall meet again when I will be talking about Okabi. But for now, let me just say bye-bye, because that's the story of Oduduwa. We have two of them. The first one is a divinity, demigod, while the second one is human that became a king. Thank you. You're real.